In a world that's changing so quickly, the biggest risk you can take is not taking any risk.
You have to take chances in life. If you play it safe in life, you ain't gonna have much of a life. If you play it safe, you won't have much of a life. Life is risk. It take courage to pursue your dream. I just did it. It cost me everything. It's gonna cost you something. But most people are not willing to pay what it costs to go after your dream, because you're gonna have to hurt a little bit. And most people don't like being uncomfortable. If you don't want to be uncomfortable, please do not pursue success, because success is a very uncomfortable feeling. I learned to be comfortable being uncomfortable.
I found that nothing in life is worthwhile unless you take risks. Nothing. Nelson Mandela said, "There is no passion to be found playing small and settling for a life that's less than the one you're capable of living." Every failed experiment is one step closer to success. You've got to take risks, and I'm sure you've probably heard that before, but I want to talk to you about why that's so important. First, you will fail at some point in your life. Accept it. You will lose. You will embarrass yourself. There's no doubt about it. Here's my second point about failure. If you don't fail, you're not even trying. I'll say it again. If you don't fail, you're not even trying. My wife told me this great expression. To get something you never had, you have to do something you never did. Les Brown's a motivational speaker. He made an analogy about this. He says, imagine you're on your deathbed, and standing around your deathbed are the ghosts representing your unfulfilled potential. The ghost of the ideas you never acted on. The ghost of the talents you didn't use. And they're standing around your bed, angry, disappointed, and upset. They say, we came to you because you could have brought us to life, they say. And now we have to go to the grave together. So I ask you today, how many ghosts are going to be around your bed when your time comes?
To achieve great things, you have to go out of your comfort zone. To achieve great things, you have to do something that you haven't perhaps done before. To achieve great things, you've got to take the risk of potential failure. That's why I wrote the book, Failing Forward. Failing Forward is all about the fact that you will fail, but when you fall, just fall forward. Let that risk take you another 3 feet, pick yourself up, fall down again later on, and you're another 3 feet out there. It's amazing how many people are envious of other people's success, but they could have it themselves, but they don't take the risk.
My caution was always the risk. Risk used to drive me right up the wall. I used to say, what if this happens? It's called the language of the poor. What if this happens? And on top of that, if this was to happen, look at the fix I'd be in. I better not try. I could always ace myself out. Then I'll tell you what changed my whole life when I finally discovered it's all risky. The minute you were born, it got risky. If you think trying is risky, wait till they hand you the bill for not trying. If you think investing is risky, wait till you get the tab for not investing. See, it's all risky. Getting married is risky. Having children is risky. Going into business is risky. Investing your money is risky. It's all risky. Somebody says, yeah, but I'm looking for safety and security. Fine, then huddle in a corner. We'll cover you with a sheet, bring you 3 meals a day. And we'll protect you, feed you, look after you, care for you. We won't let anything happen to you. And you'll probably live to be 100. The guy said, well, yeah, I'd live to be 100. But what a way to live. Right. What a way to live, safe and secure. Don't ask for security. Ask for adventure. Better to live 30 years full of adventure than 100 years safe in the corner. And see, it's not important how long you live. What's important is how you live.
Most people, they play it safe and they stay in the comfort zone and they never risk. And you can often tell the people who don't take risks because they hide behind the word but. I want to do this, but. I want to do that, but. I thought about doing this, but. Never let but keep you in the stands and from participating in your own life. Instead, pursue and participate in the passion and purpose that only you can bring to pass. Because when it comes to your freedom, the only way that we can, any of us can become free is really taking risk. And we have to get over the word but and pursue some of those things that are unknown. Here's the reality about life. Most people, they die at age 21, but they're not buried until they're age 65 or higher. Why? Because they stop taking risk. They live in the comfort zone, they just exist, and pretty much they're dead because they're no longer taking risk. I want to encourage you, take a risk and never let your dreams, your goals, your desires die because you are afraid of what's on the other side of that door. Because generations are depending on only what you can bring to pass. And I want to encourage you to fight for it and face the fear of that unknown, because everything is worth it because it produces freedom in your life.
When you think of the word risk, what comes to mind? You must understand that risk is not synonymous with gambling. Risk-taking is not gambling in any sense of the word. I have often said that the truly big winners in the world are the individuals who make decisions. They also take risks. But they do not view the decisions they have made as gambling. The big winners in life are truly focused on where they are headed and what they are doing, and typically they are involved in a really big idea. The big winners in life are confident. They never imagine that they'll fail. They are prepared to put everything into making it happen. Their energy, their time, their money, the list goes on and on. The average individual most certainly looks at their moves as enormous risks. When we were children, our little ears were constantly hearing, "Be careful, you might fall." What did they mean, might fall? We did fall. We're going to fall. Where the heck did they get this might stuff from? Think of how much better equipped we would be to face life's challenges and succeed regardless if we had repetitively heard, "Take a chance and don't worry about falling," because you're going to fall. Often, falling is an important part of learning. Many of the greatest lessons you will receive in life are going to come from falling, from your failures. Failing will never make you a failure unless you quit. Unfortunately, very few people heard that when they were small. The vast majority of our population have been mentally programmed to play it safe. Make a decision right now to change. Decide this very moment there will be no more playing it safe, just freedom from now on. No more saving it for a rainy day type of thinking in your life. When people get caught up in the habit of saving for a rainy day, that's generally what they get, a rainy day. Let it go. Take a risk. Open the doors of your mind and step out where the sun shines. Make magic. No more rainy days. You may get some liquid sunshine, but no more rainy days. If you dream of living your life in a really big way, you must accept risk-taking as a very real part of the apprenticeship that you must serve.
Almost any accomplishment in the history of the world has come at the hands of people who've taken risk. People who are willing to push the envelope. People who are willing to explore the unknown. You know, the key thing about taking risk is learning. You know, and if something doesn't work out, learn from it, and then you're able to move further. We have to always recognize that, you know, knowledge frequently comes at a price. You know, Thomas Edison said he knew 999 ways that a light bulb did not work.
Did not work, right.
You know, many of us are familiar with the cleaning formula 409. Why do they call it that? The first 408 didn't work, you know? But, you know, you just put these things into perspective and you learn from them. You know, we just have to put all these things in perspective and recognize that we will never make progress unless we're willing to take risks. But we have to take them in an appropriate fashion.
Right.
Because, you know, there's a large group of people who never get anywhere because they're afraid to take a risk. There's another group of people who never get anywhere because they take too many of the wrong risks. They're always getting knocked back into the pond.
Some people never will have much. They're too cautious. And my caution was always the risk. Risk used to drive me right up the wall. I used to say, what if this happens? And on top of that, if this was to happen, look at the fix I'd be in. I better not try. It's called the language of the poor. Then I'll tell you what changed my whole life when I finally discovered it's all risky. The minute you were born, it got risky. If you think trying is risky, wait till they hand you the bill for not trying. If you think investing is risky, wait till you get the tab for not investing. See, it's all risky. Getting married is risky. Having children is risky. Going into business is risky. Investing your money is risky. It's all risky. I'll tell you how risky life is. You're not going to get out alive. The Englishman says, well, if that's the way it's going to work out, let's give it a go. Right, that's what it's for. Give it a go. Somebody says, yeah, but I'm looking for safety and security. Fine, then huddle in a corner. We'll protect you, feed you, look after you, care for you. We won't let anything happen to you, and you'll probably live to be 100. The guy said, well, yeah, I'd live to be 100. But what a way to live. Right. What a way to live, safe and secure. Don't ask for security. Ask for adventure. Better to live 30 years full of adventure than 100 years safe and secure. And see, it's not important how long you live. What's important is how you live.
If you're not willing to risk, you cannot grow. And if you cannot grow, you cannot become your best. And if you cannot become your best, you can't be happy. And if you can't be happy, then what else is there? I refuse to die an unlived life. Don't worry about the odds. You survived 1 out of 40 million sperms. You will never have those odds again. You beat those odds, you can win anything. Let us say together, I will fail my way to success. See, 8 out of 10 millionaires have been financially bankrupt. 85% of people allow their fear of failure to outweigh their desire to succeed. And so, you want to begin to take some chances. You want to begin to challenge yourself and make it okay to fail and learn from your failure. Don't allow fear of failure and the allure, the attractiveness of playing it safe in life to draw you in. You can't get out of life alive. You got to die to leave here. It's necessary that you have the mindset that I can do this. You've got to begin to believe and to fortify that belief and feed that belief by challenging yourself, by stretching yourself. And as you begin to challenge yourself, you'll discover some things about yourself that you don't know right now.
Every human came to earth with a gift, and they must discover that gift and refine that gift for them to be fulfilled. When a male is struggling with what his gift is, it affects the woman. Your gift is your source of significance.
I want you to know there is not one living thing that God made in the earth that he did not put, and I'll quote it in King James language, a seed within itself. That seed is potential, is growth, is possibility. You are gifted. No matter what the people say around you, whether they respond or don't respond, you need to know as a leader that you are gifted and that you are gifted with multiple gifts. To some, he has given 5 talents. To some, he's given 3. To maybe some, he's just given 1. But the real question for the second half of your life is, what are you going to do with what God gave you? What he really wants from us is to take what he gave us and multiply it, to increase it, to take it and do something with it. It only works when you do something with it and take it to the next level. He didn't give it to you for you to hold it and keep it and save it. When the servant did that, he called him a wicked servant. Sometimes we're so good at seeing what's in the other people and what their gifts are and how talented they are, but we're not that good at acknowledging what God has given you. I want to suggest to you today that God has given you more than your life shows, than your occupation has demanded. I want to challenge you through this opportunity. I want to be a bee that buzzes over to you and drops some fresh pollen down on you that causes you to cross-pollinate and be fruitful again. At every age, at every stage, you can be fruitful, to reimagine yourself. Get out of the box, living up to the check that somebody wrote when they gave you a title and told you that's who you are. You are more than what they call you. You are more than what they pay you. You are more than what they think about you. And I do not want you to die wondering what would have happened if you would have lived your life to the fullest. Every morning you wake up, God has given you a grace to discover yourself. And I want you to get up out of the bed in the morning and reimagine yourself doing things that you have never done before. And guess what? If you can think the impossible, the invisible, the intangible, you would be shocked how you can reach the unfathomable. It is within your reach, but it will only happen when you unlock the cage that holds your mind back from rethinking what God has given you.
The truth of the matter is every good and perfect gift cometh down from above. It comes from heaven. It comes from heaven. He just blessed you to do what you do. He blessed you. Blessing you with a gift has nothing to do with money. You are gifted whether you got money or not. You are gifted. In fact, your gift will unlock money. Your gift will make room for you. Your gift will bring you before great men. That's why I'm working on you, trying to get you to see that you're gifted. Because some of you all are trying to get room, but you don't believe that you're gifted. So you're doing all kinds of dumb stuff trying to get in the room. You don't have to do anything crazy to get in anybody's room. Just stand there with your gifted self, and your gift is going to make room for you. This is going to be a year that your gift is going to open doors. It's going to make ways out of no ways. It's going to turn all kinds of things around. You don't have to play politics. You don't have to play games. You don't have to pay nobody off. You're too gifted. You're gifted. You're in a class all by yourself. Don't compromise your principles. Don't take back your word. Hold your head up straight. Put your shoulders back, because you are gifted. Many of us who are so aware of other people's giftings that we do not see our own. He does not deal with the fact that some of us have been raised in environments where we have been put down so low that we don't see our own value, and we're always celebrating other people's gifts and never recognizing our own. He assumes that we understand that God does not have a child that is not gifted, that everything he created has a gift inside of itself. It may not be the same level of gift. I may have 5, you may have 2. I may have 2, you may have 1, but everything in here, everything breathing, everything alive has a gift inside of themselves. It sounds like something Paul would say, because Paul teaches us that we have this treasure in earthen vessels, that the excellency may be of God and not of us. It's Paul telling us that we have something, but James breaks in and says every good and perfect gift coming down from above. You got a gift down inside of you. Some of you have a gift you can fix anything. Some of you have the gift you can create things. You can make things. Some of you have the gift of being a great parent. Some of you have the gift of being an encourager. Don't confuse gifts with titles. Just because you don't have a title doesn't mean you don't have a gift. I'm going to work it till I get it done. I'm gifted. I'm gifted. I'm gifted. Whoever gets me gets something, because I'm gifted. When I walk in the room, I'm an asset. I'm not a liability. I'm gifted. It might not be the churchy kind of gifted. It might not be the pulpit kind of gifted. It might not be the stage kind of gifted. Somebody's gifted and they're not famous. You don't have to be famous in order to be gifted. Somebody created a process called algorithms. They're not famous, but they're gifted. Come on, somebody. Stem cell research. You don't know who did it. They created it. They're not famous, but they're gifted. Just because your gift doesn't put you on a stage doesn't mean it's not valuable. This is your year to celebrate yourself. This is your year to appreciate what God has done in you. This is your year not to be intimidated by what you see showcased in the lives of other people. This is your year to walk into the mirror early in the morning before you brush your teeth. Look yourself right in the mirror and say, yeah, I'm gifted. I got up out of bed because I'm gifted, and I'm going to do something with my gift. I've got an obligation to do something with my gift because I am gifted. Devil is a lie. The devil wouldn't have been trying to discourage you if you didn't have something. He wouldn't have fought you if you didn't have something. He wouldn't have attacked you in your childhood if you didn't have something. So let's put the devil out of here right now.
Your gift will make room for you. Now, what is your gift? It's the thing that you do the absolute best with the least amount of effort. That's your gift. Quit running away from the gift. Your gift will make room for you. Stop trying to be something you ain't gifted at. Nobody asked you to go down here and study to be a dentist, and you ain't really good at that. Quit going down to the church trying to sing. You can't sing. Now, just because they let you sing at the church, you're not finna, ain't nobody else finna go with this. Because, you know, come as you are, the Lord loveth a cheerful giver, all that. We don't apply scriptures out here. You come to the Apollo and you can't sing, we got something for your ass up there. Period. Listen to me. All of you have this gift. Identify it. It's the thing that you do the absolute best with the least amount of effort. That's what you should be doing. You're wasting your time pursuing your passion. The Bible does not mention passion. It mentions your gift. What are you gifted at and do that? Stop tripping. You can do that. If you fry chicken better than everybody you know, you ought to be somewhere frying chicken. People make millions of dollars frying chicken. Popeyes, Kentucky Fried Chicken, El Pollo Loco. All they doing is making chicken. They just found a way to do it. Somebody just started making chicken. You know the story of Marie Callender's? Do you know what this woman did, man? She worked for a diner, a greasy spoon diner that was going out of business. It was her only job. She was a single mother. It was her only job. She needed that job, but the diner was going to close. So she went to the owner of the diner and said, let me bake one of my pies. People like my pies, and see if I can help you make a little money. He said, whatever, bring it in. She bought one pie in. They sold every slice. The next day, the people came in and asked for the pie. She had to go home and make another pie. The next day, so many people asked for the pie, she had to make 4 pies. Then people started saying, can I buy my own pie? She made so many pies at this store that she eventually saved her money and put a commercial oven in her house. Now, she done made so many pies, the dude's shop, he ain't selling hamburger no more. All he's selling is them damn pies. That's how Marie Callender got started. Marie Callender now has over 120 restaurants. You can't go to no frozen food section without seeing Marie Callender in there. You know what she started with? A pie. One pie.
So here's the first step to accumulating wealth. If you expect to do it, write this down. You must be willing to do the things today others won't do, in order to have the things tomorrow others won't have. That's why the book of life says the road to life is straight and narrow, and few there be that find it, because few there be that are willing to do the things today others won't do, in order to have the things tomorrow others won't have. What are the things that others won't do? Number one, make discipline a major force in your life. How many of you know if you'd have been more disciplined, you'd be further along to reach your goals right now? Socrates said the undisciplined life is an insane life. The road to life is straight and narrow because few there be that are willing to discipline themselves. Here's something else that most people won't do. Make it okay to fail. A lot of people, 85% of people, allow their fear of failure to outweigh their desire to succeed. Repeat after me, please. Anything that's worth doing is worth doing badly. Yeah, see, anything is worth doing right, as we have been taught, if you know how to do it. But if you don't know how to do it, it's worth doing badly until you get it right.
You cannot change the seasons, but you can change yourself. And see, that's how life gets better for you. Not by chance, but by change. Now, here's the 4 major lessons in life to learn. Number 1, learn how to handle the winters. That's lesson 1. They come right after falls, with regularity. Some are long, and some are short, and some are hard, and some are easy, but they keep coming. You must learn to handle the nights. They come right after days. You must learn to handle difficulty. It comes right after opportunity. You must learn to handle recessions. They always follow progressions. For the last 6,000. See, it isn't going to change. The lesson you must learn is how to handle it. And there's all kinds of winters, right? The winter when you can't figure it out. The winter when it all goes smash. The winter when it turns belly up. The winter when it won't work, when you've run out of money and you've got a broken heart. See, those are winter times. There's all kinds. Economic winters, social winters, personal winters. When your heart is smashed in 1,000 pieces and the nights are unusually long. Your prayers seem to go no higher than your head. It's winter time. Barbara Streisand sings, "It used to be so natural to talk about forever, but used to be's don't count anymore. They just lay on the floor till we sweep them away. You don't sing me love songs, and you don't say you need me, and you don't bring me flowers anymore." A song of winter. But see, the disappointments come. Those are normal. That's part of life. But the question is, how do you handle it? How do you handle the coming winters and the disappointments and the down times? Well, you can't get rid of January by tearing it off the calendar. But here's what you can do. You can get stronger, you can get wiser, and you can get better. The winters won't change, but you can. And that's how life changes for you. See, before I understood, when it was winter, I used to wish it was summer. I didn't understand. When it was hard, I used to wish it was easy. I didn't know. And then Mr. Shope gave me a part of his very unique philosophy when he said, "Don't wish it was easier, wish you were better." See, that triggered my whole life change. Don't wish for less problems. Wish for more skills. Don't wish for less challenge. Wish for more wisdom.